Hey, Jewel. How you doing? You're the first one here. Let me turn on my phone lines. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting my phone line up. Let's see. I need to start trying to remember these codes by heart. Okay, let me put up the phone number. I'm good. We had a snow day today. So I've been home. Normally I would have been at church, but I've been home because we got, I don't know how much snow we got. They said last night, well, they've been saying, we were getting 3 to 6 inches. So I haven't checked. I sent my son outside to shovel the snow about an hour ago. So he said it was a lot of snow out there. So yeah, we didn't go to church this morning. So I just been home chilling, and I've been cruising these YouTube streets and waiting on more information, regarding Jussie. Because what we heard yesterday was just, I just can't believe it. Okay, I'm almost done putting the access code. Actually, I don't know if you guys need an access code or not. 753359. Yeah, I guess you do. Okay, that's the phone number. Okay, I just put the phone number in there, so it's right on the screen, so you should be able to see it. So if anybody wants to call in, they are free to call in and discuss these topics we'll be discussing today. Let's see, mute this music. I hate that elevator music on these conference calls. The elevator music drives you crazy. But yeah, it's a sad story. I mean, all the way around, because a lot of people still don't understand, like, what's the end game for all of this? Like, when they
access code 75335.
Let me turn that down. When they had announced that the police were seeking to speak with him, and they wanted to speak with him immediately, and he needs to come down to the precinct, or he needs to, come down to see them. I'm like, okay, is he about to get arrested? Because that's the first thing that crossed my mind. Like, this man is about to get arrested, because a lot of people have been saying that he made this whole story up, and he got all these people involved, like the authorities, the FBI, and, wasted a lot of tax dollar money. So I just automatically assume, like, he's going to get arrested, and I don't know. And then to hear that the Nigerian men who he at first claimed were 2 white people who had attacked him, jumped him, tried to put a noose around his neck, to come to find out they weren't even white. They were Nigerian. And then to come to find out that they played a part in setting this whole thing up. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I'm confused. A lot of people are so confused, including the LGBT community. And a lot of people are so confused. You said people do anything for money and fame. Very, very true. Very true. But it's like, now people are saying that the network, Fox and them, or the Lee Daniels, a lot of people is allegedly, allegedly claiming that he even has something to do with it now. And I don't know whether to believe that or not. I mean, Lee Daniels? I mean, is it that the ratings have gone down on the show? I mean, I still watch the show, and I know a lot of other people who still watch the show. So I'm like, what's the end game? Are they trying to, up the ratings by doing this? But regardless of the end game, Jussie did not think this all the way through. He did not think this all the way through. He could land up in jail. And it's like, was it worth it? I mean, really, was it worth it? It's not. I mean, you was famous. You been on this show for a very long time. You'd have made a lot of money off this show. I think he was about to actually have his own album come out outside of the show. And that's another thing. I always wondered why he hasn't put out music before, because he can really sing, He can really sing, and I can picture him, being an actual singer, and on tours and opening up for people and stuff like that, because he's very, very talented. But it's obvious he did not think this through at all. He really didn't. And so I was been trying to look to see if I can find some update on, the police, if he actually came in. They talking about he rehearsed the whole attack. Like, rehearsed the whole if he came up with a better storyline besides he went out in the middle of the night for a Subway sandwich, But it's been like 2 weeks, since the attack in Chicago, and rehearse something like this. Like, enough hate crime doesn't go on in our world that we have to deal with every day, and for you to create a fake hate crime for attention, like, what type of attention do y'all think he was trying to get? Again, some people are saying Lee Daniels, they alleging that he has something to do with it. They're alleging that, it might have something to do with him, trying to get more publicity because he has an album about to come out. But basically the police they confirmed, they investigated the two guys that were supposedly attacked him and, yelling out racial and homophobic slurs. They said, it was an unknown chemical that was poured on him, but a lot of people are saying it was bleach. And it was right in the neighborhood where they were filming their show. So, but the funniest part about the whole story was when we found out he had kept that noose around his neck for like an hour. After he had got home, back to the safety of his own home, he still kept the noose around his neck. He took himself to the hospital where, he spoke with a friend, a friend of his and him had spoke with, Don Lemon, who works for CNN, to confirm that the incident really happened. Everybody offered their support, including, Fox TV. They offered their support. The LGBTQ offered their support. A lot of, heterosexuals offered their support. A lot of his fans of the TV show offered their support. And then to find out that this whole thing was a hoax, a lot of people is upset. Like, really, really upset. Even though we had doubts of the story the whole time and we knew there were holes in the story the whole time, it's like everybody had expressed so much love for him and so much sadness and so much anger about the whole situation. It's It's just messed up all the way around. And now, you know, they have said, the Chicago police, you know, has said that, well, they actually told CNN that authorities have video of him, you know, entering the Lowe's Chicago after the alleged attack with what appeared to be a noose around his neck. And according to, you know, the Chicago police, he had told the detectives that during his walk back from Subway, he was attacked by the two men near the lower entrance of the Lowe's. And that's when they were supposedly had started yelling out all these explicits, you know, homophobic slurs, racial slurs, and things like that. And then to find out that the two guys, the two Nigerians, had actually went and purchased the rope for the noose. I'm like, did he put the noose around his own neck? Did he have them put the noose around his neck? And I mean, did he actually stage it, or because there's no videotape of the actual incident. So I'm wondering, did he put the noose around his own neck? Because if there was no cameras around or no way to prove that it actually happened, did he actually have the Nigerians, you know, do the whole act with him, or did he just have him buy the rope and he put it on his own neck? It's still a lot of questions. It's still a lot of answers needed, you know, regarding this situation. And then that brings us to the letter that he alleges that he received, the threats and things like that, and how they said the writing was very bad. You know, it looks like some children, you know, or somebody wrote it in chicken scratch, you know, the threat saying Jussie must die, or Jussie, you're going to die. Was that all a hoax too? Like, was the letters fake? Or were the letters real, and maybe he didn't think nobody believed that the letters were real, and so that's why he went with the hoax, to make it seem more believable that he had received death threats? It's so much. It's so much. It's like, it's so much. And then on the show with Robin Roberts, when he was on the show with Robin Roberts, I watched it because I work from home during the daytime, through the week. And so I usually routinely watch the daytime talk shows, the daytime morning shows, from GMA to, what's that other show? The other show with, Whoopi and them, The View. So I routinely watch those shows, and I watched the GMA interview that Robert, you know, did with, Robin Roberts did with him. And just like a lot of people, it just seemed like he was making it all up. Like, he didn't seem sincere, even when he started shedding a few tears, talking about he can't believe that, you know, people are questioning his truth, talking about we don't want to face the truth, or we don't want to know the truth or see the truth. What is the truth, Jussie? What is the truth? That's what we want to know. What is the truth? We know right now that it was a hoax, but what is his end game? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know, is what is the end game. And for the police to be trying to put out an AP, basically putting out an APB for him. Somebody bring Jussie down. We need to talk to Jussie. I'm afraid this man might face, you know, some serious time in jail. I'm afraid he is going to face some serious time in jail. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, and what do you think his end game was? Do you think possibly the TV network, like they're alleging, you know, Lee Daniels, you know, Fox, like they had something to do with it to possibly maybe motivate their viewers and increase their ratings? I do know that for the first few seasons, Empire was the ish. Everybody was watching it. But then around the time uh when Lucius had got hurt and had lost his leg, and remember around that time, if you're a fan of the show, you probably remember around that time. And then kind of like the ratings started to come back, to go down when he had lost his memory and all that jazz. They did say the ratings had kind of went down, but I don't know, because I don't keep my eye on ratings on TV shows. I either watch them because I like them, or I don't watch them because I don't like them. So I can't really speak on the ratings per se if they dipped really negatively, so I really can't say. But that's what some people are alleging, that this whole entire hoax was to benefit the show. Either that and or his album that is coming out, or recently came out, or supposed to come out, or something like that. And I actually didn't even know he had an album coming out. But good for him, because he is a singer. He is really talented. Like I said before, I always thought that he should go that route, to really trying to be a R&B singer, or something like that, an actual artist besides acting. So, but again, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, and what y'all think the whole planned outcome was. Now, I know for sure that they said the Nigerian men, since they were fully cooperating, the two brothers, since they were fully cooperating, they aren't going to face any charges. I'm pretty sure that's what I read, that they are not going to face any charges, because they were fully cooperating and telling, the police and the investigators, all this detailed information about the planned hoax. So I don't know why I can't believe that they won't be receiving any kind of charges, because they all were involved. But maybe the police, they just want the big fish. They just want the big fish. They want to fry the big fish. They want to send a message out to people who are, doing things like this, making people believe that something really happened to them, because it could backfire. Like a lot of people said, it could backfire. It could one day really, really happen to somebody. And people are going to be like, is that for real? Did this really happen? Is you taking this from Jussie? Is this a Jussie catfish? I mean, did I say catfish? I meant copycat. Is this a Jussie copycat? And that's what a lot of people are afraid of, because already his story didn't add up. And then a lot of people weren't believing him already. Then he comes on GMA. Like, he came on GMA, Good Morning America. He spoke with Robin Roberts on Good Morning America. And I think a lot of people at that time was, okay, the story still, sounds a little shady. But he done came on GMA, so why would he come on GMA and sit there in front of Robin Roberts and lie? And he's crying, and y'all don't want to know the truth. It happened, and why would I lie? I was scared for my life. And he's describing how he punched them. They punched him. They, put the noose around his neck. And I don't know. This is just a whole bunch of hot ass mess. It's a whole bunch of hot ass mess. But again, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that, what y'all think about that situation. As far as the LGBTQ community, I have seen some blogs and heard some words from that community, and they are upset, like a lot of us, regarding, if this is a total hoax lie. You know, they're upset, but then they're also concerned. Like, who would do something like that? I mean, this is serious accusation. Not that you just got beat up, or not that somebody just called you some homophobic slurs, but a noose actually been put around your neck in Chicago. I mean, imagine the outrage and the fear of the citizens in Chicago, especially the gay community, when this story first broke. So I can imagine how the, LGBTQ community feels about this, but then on the flip side, some people is like, you know what, he needs help. I hope that he's okay mentally. I hope that we don't know what's wrong. We don't know what he's going through, because I just can't imagine that Lee Daniels and Fox TV has something to do with this. I think it was all him and the Nigerians. I don't know the end game. If y'all think y'all know the end game, let me know. But I'm gonna keep my eye open, for the news, for the blogs and everything, to get more updated information regarding this story, and to find out if he really, if the Nigerians are telling the truth. If they are telling the truth and he allegedly set up this whole thing, why? And why did y'all help him? Why did y'all help him? I want to hear all that. I need to know all that. Because this is something serious. I can't imagine my friends coming to me, somebody who's gay, bi, whatever, trans, whatever, part of the LGBTQ, and be like, can you and your brother, or you and your sister, we gonna go out at 3 a.m. in the morning. I want y'all to throw some bleach on me, or whatever, if that even happened, since the whole thing was a hoax per the Nigerians. So if anything ever got thrown on him at 3 a.m. and put a noose around my neck. Oh yeah, and by the way, go purchase it at Hobby Lobby or Lowe's or Home Depot. Purchase it for me. And meet me at the corner of such and such at 3 a.m. Who does that? Why would you even volunteer? Why would you even agree to do some crazy mess like that? First of all, it's the coldest night. It's the coldest night in history in Chicago around that time. And you agree to do something like that? I'm going to have my butt in bed, underneath my covers, in the comfort of my own warm, heated home, drooling on my pillow. What is you talking about, Jess? What? Oh my. Oh my. I wonder if he paid them. Maybe he paid them. Maybe he gave them some money. Enough money to make them go through with this hoax. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, back onto my other subject. A lot of you who are YouTubers and who follow certain people on YouTubers done heard the news that Brother Jay Wilson then came out this closet that he was never in. So he says. That to me is no news flash. Jussie making a hoax. I mean, planning this whole hoax, saying he was attacked, and somebody put a noose around his neck at 3 a.m. while he was shopping for a Subway footlong. That was news flash. This with Brother Jay, this is not a news flash. I've been following him for some time now, and I, along with a lot of other people, was like, okay, and he claims he's bi. I don't think a lot of us assumed that, but a lot of people had assumed that he was gay, and it was a lot of signs there. His whole demeanor, the way he talked, the way he act. I mean, and let me say first, before I go a little further, I have no issues with Jay Wilson. He does great videos. He gives great reads. He's very intelligent, and you know, he's a cool person. He's a cool person overall. Overall, he's a cool person. And so for me to come across his video, and I could have went live last night, but I was tired. And it was cold here, and I just wanted to snuggle up in my bed and get me some sleep last night. But after hearing that, it's like no shock at all. I don't feel any differently about, you know, the situation. What I do hate about the whole situation is how someone basically, I won't say was going to blackmail him, but basically going to blast him based off of them finding out that he was part of the LGBTQ community. He spoke about it on his live. So, basically, what happened, from what I gathered, is he had planned to hook up with someone, and it happened to be somebody, he said they had a Virginia area code, and he had told them, you know, hey, what's up? You know, let's do this, basically. If you want his exact words, you can go watch his video. But, basically, you know, let's do this, you know, let's get it on and popping. And I guess that person was going to take that information to blast him and probably either, you know, show some receipts or text messages or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they would have got out of that, being that a lot of us already knew. Like, we already knew. I mean, how many heterosexual men are on YouTube talking about the gay community all the time? Or talking about how they love all these gay or bi YouTubers all the time. Or defending them all the time. And that, along with the way he talks, his whole demeanor. I mean, you know a gay person when you see a gay person. It's like 2019. It's no longer to the point where you like, oh my gosh, are they gay? Giving people the side. I mean, it's quite obvious these days who's gay, who's not gay, who's questionable. But he's never been questionable. But what I hate is that now he claims that this was bound to come out one day. And I knew that. It was bound to come out one day. But it's sad that you have to feel like you are forced to give your private information on who you like to sleep with. That's what I don't like. Like, it should have been him coming out and not coming out the closet per se, because he claims he wasn't in the closet. Or he claims, you know, how could you be in the closet if you were never in the closet? You know, he done told us that many, many times. But, like, okay, I have a cousin, and I won't say her name, but, you know, a lot of people who, like, might live in my city or part of my circle, my family, whatever, knows who I'm referring to. But I can remember almost to the very day when she had came to me. And when she came to me, she came by herself. I was alone. I think she had called and asked could she come over and holler at me or something, because she was going through a situation, kind of a domestic situation where the police was called, and it was a hot mess. And she had came over and sat down, talked to me. You know, I'm her big cousin, and she looked up to me a lot, you know, when she was growing up, and she felt that she could come to me, and she basically told me, just threw it at me, I'm gay. I'm like, okay, and okay, and we already knew. We've been knowing for years that you gay. Did you tell everybody else? Did you tell your brothers? Did you tell your sisters? Did you tell your mama? Did you tell everybody else? A lot of people already knew. We already knew that she was gay. Did we treat her any differently? No. Did we make her? Did we push her? Did we beg her to? Did we try to set her up for her to for us to, hear it from the horse's mouth? No. We didn't do anything like that. That's what I hate when it comes to the gay community. That's what I really, really hate. Like, he should have been given the opportunity to come out and say it when he was ready to say it. Yes, I'm gay. Or not to say it if he didn't want to say it. Ever. I mean, does it make a big difference now to you? Certain people that's always harassing him, that's what I'm referring to now. Does it now is it okay now? Can you move on now? Can you drop the subject now? Can you stop harassing him? Could you stop bullying him? Could you stop dragging him and calling him sus and all this? Like, there's gay people on YouTube. There's a lot of gay YouTubers. I don't hear people calling them sus. And I'm not going to name names because I follow some of them, but I won't name names. But I don't hear them calling them sus or other, explicit homophobic names. I don't hear that. But for some reason, they think it's okay to do that to him. And I guess it was maybe just to bully him into coming out. And it worked. It finally worked. It finally worked. Now, some people is also questioning the fact if a certain female YouTuber on YouTube who have got into it with him a few times, well, maybe more than a few times, might have had something to do with it because of the area code, because of where she lives, because of where the person who tried to blast him obviously lives, based on the area code and all that kind of stuff. I'm not defending her. All I'm going to say is, if there's no proof that she did it, like, she has been accused on doing a lot of things, and a lot of people have brought receipts to a lot of things she has done. But me personally, I'm not the kind of person to sit there and be like, oh yeah, they probably did it. Yep, they from the VA. Yep, they live in that area code. Yep. No, I'm not. Unless you have receipts on this person, because these are serious things. Again, when it comes to serious stuff like this and people outing people and people bullying people and all that, you really have to have proof that somebody did something. It's too many people running around these YouTube streets just based off rumors and allegations and making claims based off of stuff like that and making videos, and then they have to come back and retract every doggone word they said in their video because they don't be having receipts. So I'm not defending her. Never, ever will I be just sitting there defending her. But I'm just saying, just don't run with the fact that, oh, okay, it was this area code, this person lives there. Jay Wilson, if he finds out, I'm sure he'll let us know, if it was really her or if it was really somebody else who did it. But, again, he done came out the closet that he claims he was never in. But if you watched him a long time enough, you know that he was gay. It's just sad that he felt like he couldn't reveal it to us, but I get it. People out here are so hateful and they so mean and they so judge. Oh God. The things they do to straight people on YouTube, so I can imagine what he's been going through all this time, dealing with people coming at him like this over his sexuality or his preference per se. But one thing I like to say before I end this video, y'all listening? Let me make sure I got this light right because I want y'all to see me clearly. One thing I would like to say before I end this video, as Brother Jay calls it, this video. I love when he says that. This video is, I want a friend like Tracy. Did y'all hear that? I don't care what y'all gotta say about Tracy, how y'all feel about Tracy, how much y'all hate Tracy, how much y'all drag Tracy. I want a friend like Tracy. And I say this because I have friends that I have known since I was knee high. And I'm not throwing nobody under the bus because I love all my friends dearly. And ain't none of us perfect. None of us perfect. Friends do stuff to each other and they make up, they kiss, and they go and they continue to play. Or hang out together. But I have friends that I've known for many, many years who I've said, don't say shit. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell mama. Don't tell our other friend. Don't tell such and such. Just don't say nothing. Do you promise that you won't say nothing? Promise me. Pinky swear. Pinky swear. And it still gets out. Oh, well, see what had happened was, and then you got to hear them explain how it came out and how they were pressured or how whatever. I want a friend like Tracy. For her to keep that secret of Jay Wilson's. Tracy knew all this time. Like, okay. We knew too. Most of us, we knew too. We knew that Jay Wilson was gay. We knew. But for her to know without a shadow of a doubt and for her to have receipts. Now, as much as Tracy be on YouTube sometimes 3-4 times a day, giving her reviews on things that's going on in the streets or with celebrities or trending news and all that jazz, and other YouTubers, Tracy had plenty of opportunity to throw Jay Wilson under the bus and to be like, hey, y'all. Her signature opening on her videos. Hey, y'all. She had plenty of opportunity to throw Jay Wilson under the bus and show the picture of him and his boo, the picture that he had sent her, a while back of somebody that he was, dealing with or hanging with or whatnot. She had plenty of opportunity. This man has been dragged through the streets, bullied about his sexual activities, his sexual preference, people making videos about him, teasing him, clowning him, and he stayed strong. He stayed strong. And Tracy, she never broke. Like, some people have been trying to turn her against Jay Wilson for a long time. People have been trying to turn Jay Wilson against Tracy for a long time. And if you weren't there from the beginning, the way Tracy used to be, and I done said it before, Tracy knows, I done said this on my video, Tracy, she watched my stuff, I watch her stuff, everybody watch each other's stuff on YouTube. So she's heard me say before, I even told her before, I told people how you used to be. I told people how you used to be. For those newbies who just recently come on YouTube and think they know everything about every situation that's came across YouTube and they don't know nothing. Tracy used to be really hardcore. Tracy, a lot of people, you think people don't like Tracy now. A lot of people that follow Tracy now or that are subscribed to Tracy now were the same people who was dragging her or talking trash about her or threatening her a while back. When she used to go hard in everybody's platforms. And don't say nothing about Jay Wilson. Oh, she would rip you a new you-know-what on whoever platform she was on and didn't care who the YouTuber was, the owner of that platform was. She didn't. But after a while, Jay Wilson was like, Tracy, you got so much to say. A lot of people want to hear what you got to say. You'd be surprised. Why don't you get your own YouTube platform? And for a while, she kept, no, I don't want my own platform, blah, 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 blah. And we kept pushing her, Tracy, get your own platform. Tracy, get your own platform. Because you have a lot to say. And lo and behold, she gets her own platform and just start gaining subscribers just like that, left and right. She's really building her channel, and some people still don't feel for Tracy. I get it. I do get it. I mean, but you know, when things happen and you put stuff out on YouTube and it's subject to anyone to discuss it and to talk about it. So, I mean, literally, if you get mad at Tracy for going over some gossip or something that didn't happen in the YouTube streets, you would have to hate a lot of people, because who ain't on YouTube talking about what somebody said on their channel? You know, so anywho, again, Tracy, that is like a real true definition of a friend, a true friend, a trustworthy friend. So I give it to you, and I now can see, like, a lot of people know they had a really close relationship. They really, are friends. Her and Jay Wilson, they really are friends. And now you can see why they go so hard for each other, because they really are friends. I can't ever see her and Jay really, really falling out, like really falling out. I mean, they didn't have their differences. They didn't agree to disagree on certain issues, but they are true friends. And I give you props, Tracy, because a lot of people, not me, because I know how to keep secrets, and can't nobody that I done hung around with or been friends with or relatives with say, I told Tanya something and she went back and told, nope, that won't happen. It's been done to me before, but nope, I know how it feels to want to confide in someone and not to have too many people to confide in, and then for that person to go behind your back and leak the information that you trusted them with. So that is a really big thing in friendships. So kudos to Tracy. Some people is like, you know what? She don't deserve no cookie for nothing like that. But true friends are hard to find, especially in these YouTube streets. True friends are hard to find. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off this live. I done said what I need to say about both subjects. As soon as I get some more information on Jussie Smollett, I will come back and give my update commentary on the issues, especially if and when we find out what his end game was, or why he really created this hoax. If the Nigerians are not lying, you know, and he really did plan this whole hoax, I will come back and do commentary on it. You know your girl Wiz, Miss Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews, will be in the house going live. But anyway, y'all, in the meantime and in between time, Primetime Squad, as usual, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.